So,
you all set?
Yeah, I'm set.
Hi everyone, my name's Matt.
My name's John.
And we are from Southwest Florida Gamers. You can find us on www.facebook.com/SWFL Gamers with an S. And this video is just a little bit about us, our background, our Nintendo or video game history, and why we're here where we are today trying to form this group in lonely
Southwest Florida. Yes.
So, John, tell us a little bit about you growing up and a little bit about your love for video games. Why are you into retro games?
It initially started back in the early 80s. I started, like people most my age, in their quote-unquote mid-30s, started with the Atari, and I remember on a birthday I was given my first console, which was the Atari 5200. Worst console ever. I wanted an Intellivision or an Atari 2600, but one of the people at the KB Toys, or excuse me, Toys R Us back then, told my father this is the game to get, or this is the console to get, so he ended up getting it. And it was great, better graphics than most things, but unfortunately, not a big library. But, so that's how I started off, but even before then, a lot of my friends were playing a lot of role-playing games. D&D was real big at the time, but since my mother was super Christianity, she didn't let me play it, so I had to kind of hide out in groups to play my D&D, but that's how it got me into more role-playing games on PC. So that's kind of how the initial started, and then the dog here wants to talk. But anyways, Matt, so you tell me about your initial beginnings. Matt's a little younger than me, so.
My first video game experience, I remember I was being babysat at a very young age by a man named Nate. Or a teenager named Nate at that time. But he had brought over his NES system and Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda. And I still remember like the first time playing those games. The first video games I had ever played in my entire life, and it was just mind blowing for me. And then, I was basically hooked from that point on, grew up with an NES. Right around the time the Super Nintendo was released.
You said Super Nintendo was your first console.
No, NES.
Oh, NES.
NES was first console. And I remember, like, my stepbrothers had received an SNES, and my friends all had Super Nintendos and whatnot. But for some reason, I got a Sega. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. It didn't last very long. I remember, I think I had like Sonic and Knuckles and a Jurassic Park game, and that was the end for me. But eventually I traded that in, got a Super Nintendo, fell in love with role-playing games especially. I remember back then I had everything. I had Earthbound, Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy II, Illusion of Gaia, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, if I didn't say that one already. I was just hardcore, Super Nintendo RPG, loved them, absolutely loved them. And then the Nintendo 64 came out. I sold everything I had to Funko Land back then to buy new games for Nintendo 64. And at that point in time, the Nintendo 64, it didn't really impress me. And I kind of, I stuck with Nintendo. There was still a handful of the games that, were fun. You had GoldenEye, you had Mario Kart 64, Perfect Dark, a handful of other games that were fun.
Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
No, the 3D
Majora's Mask.
I am not a fan of the 3D.
Aiden's Chronicle.
Not a fan of the 3D transition.
Ogre Battle, N64.
But then, the GameCube came out. I traded in all my Nintendo 64 stuff for Nintendo GameCube products. And I just, my enthusiasm for video games plummeted for quite a few years from that point on. You know, I still had bought a Wii and bought a couple of games for that, but
that's your retro. That's the end of your retro.
Yeah, the end of my retro, and then I was completely without video games for quite a few years, just because I for whatever reason I can't adapt to the new stuff. I'm not interested in it. And thanks to my wife, she recommended, why don't you go back into getting old video games? And I started doing that. And now I'm back into collecting retro games, back in being really enthusiastic, trying to promote this organization we have down here in Southwest Florida. And that's actually how John and I had met, was through actually.
We met through Craigslist. I was looking for games and couldn't find any really good deals, so I put up like a post saying no resellers. And all of a sudden I get this message from Matt, and I wasn't too certain how to take it. He was extremely enthusiastic, but you meet someone.
No!
Yeah, no. You meet somebody from the internet and you're like, And, but even before that, Matt was talking about his timeline. I just kind of stopped at my childhood. After my Atari 5200 and my love of the Intellivision, especially, once again, I love D&D, so I started playing a lot of those games, and then from then went to the NES and got hooked. Clash of Demon Head. For some reason, I wasn't too much of a Zelda fan. I don't know why, but actually, one of the first games I actually mapped and defeated for the NES was one of the most hated games of all time, which is Deadly Towers. I absolutely loved it. I found my first RPG game that I really got into. I got my graph paper, I was mapping out all the dungeons, and then from then, I did not get into the Super Nintendo. I became a Sega Nazi, and my brother was in Super Nintendo, and it was a clash of two consoles. He stuck with his Super Nintendo, and I went into my initial... Even before I had a friend who had a Sega Master System, and I was totally hooked. It blew the graphics of Nintendo, the NES, away. I really enjoyed a lot of the games there. I'm actually finding more about their library nowadays. But besides that, I love the Sega Master System. I really got into the Sega CD. One of my favorite RPGs from there was Lunar and Silver Star and Lunar 2, but also one of my favorite ones is Eye of the Beholder, which people who know about that, there was 3 of them. The other 2 were put on PC. And then from then on, after that, I, like Matt, kind of veered away. I just went towards PC, and I heard about the Dreamcast, I heard about the GameCube, and I just really wasn't too into it. I just recently got a GameCube, and I like playing Metroid Prime a little bit, and I don't know, the Cube or not the Cube.
That is the question.
That is the question. I mean, they had Zelda Wind Waker, something like that. Yeah. Anyways, I know it's horrible, I don't know. Once again, never a big Zelda fan, but I did like the Minish Cap on GBA. But, so that's kind of where my retro stopped. It stopped it stopped with Nintendo 64. I myself loved it. I thought it was amazing. Mario 64 and Ogre Battle. It didn't have too many great RPGs on there, but Aiden's Quest.
Was it one Mystic Quest?
Quest 64.
Quest 64.
Quest 64.
That was an in-depth RPG like none other.
No, a lot of people don't like that one. But Ogre's Battle was good. Matt, I try to get him into that. like I said, I just finished Aiden's Chronicle. Extremely long. I'm really surprised what the N64 can put on there. But yeah, once again, not too many. It's a shame. I wish we scripted this out more because I know there's a lot more games I like for that. But
it'll be in the detail information section below.
Somewhere.
Scroll down.
Somewhere. But yeah, and then but back to Southwest Florida Gamers. You know, we just been kind of talking together about starting a community here because like what the Game Chasers did about looking for games. Him and I are doing the same thing.
So basically, it's no secret that retro video games are kind of making a big comeback right now. A lot of young adults are reliving their nostalgic childhoods through bringing these video games back, doing video blogs about them, what have you. And here in Southwest Florida, it's kind of weird. It's like we come across lots of people that love retro video games, but there's absolutely zero community here to bring us all together, to network, to share ideas, to share stories, to help each other with finds, trades, whatever. There's nothing like that here in this area, and we decided to come up with this group and put it together to just as a way to even just talk about our interests with the world and anyone who's interested. And so we came up with Southwest Florida Gamers and made the Facebook and the YouTube and the Twitter accounts and stuff. And there's not a whole lot of activity there right now, but it's there. At least it's a beginning. It's a seed that we planted, and we're watering it on a daily basis.
I think our initial motive was for people to tell us where their little secret spots are to find games,
so we can steal their shit.
So we can pretty much, No, but it's kind of unfortunate with that, because people will find areas. I mean, we have another friend named Orlando who we met, and I'm guilty of it. I found a place where I found some very rare PlayStation 1 games, which he was extremely interested in, so I made sure.
What was the deal you got on those games?
I was able to get, once again, pronunciation is weird, Sudoku. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Sudoku 2.
Sudoku.
Strider 2. Ogre Battle. Not Ogre Battle. Anyways, Sudoku 2 was one of the main things. Strider 2. Anyways, everything was for $5. They didn't know what they had. And so after he was asking me where I got everything from, and so I had to make sure I went back again to make sure I got everything that was worth anything. Because PlayStation 1 was great for everybody, but I didn't know there was any money in it. So, like a dick, I decided to grab everything and then said, oh, well, yeah, here's the place now and stuff. So, but no, Matt and I, we ended up going to Ortiz flea market, which I love, but he doesn't like because they don't come in boxed games there. He wants everything. This is
a weekend flea market in the Fort Myers area, and there's a couple flea markets down here, but it's just unfortunately in Southwest Florida there's not a whole lot of anything besides like.
There is if you
gotta look high and low.
No, well, he likes everything in box. I could give a rat's ass. I just want to fill my library, but I understand where he's coming from because. Compared to my library is good, but it's kind of ghetto compared to his because his is all proper instructions.
Yeah,
boxes, perfect.
You collect a lot of retro stuff.
Yes,
I'm like a Nintendo fanboy.
Yeah,
more narrow.
I go from Sega Saturn to Super Nintendo to Nintendo to Sega. I'm hoping to get a TurboGrafx. What else do I have? 64, even PC. I just got some floppy disks. Orlando, my buddy, just got, who I haven't met yet, but we talk a lot. He just got a TurboGrafx, a console. I've been trying to get off this lady in Bonita. a reseller. Anyways, he got a great deal, and I passed up on it, unfortunately. So
Didn't he just post on the website that he got like a Sega CD or some shit?
I don't know. Oh, did he get a Sega CD?
Hold on, let me check.
He got a Turbo Graphics and a Sega Saturn, Nice in the Dream for like $50. A console and a box, Nights in the Dreams, with a 3D controller for $50. They were trying to sell it to me for like 80 plus, and I swear I'd never go to them again. But yeah, he lucked out on that, and I wasn't too happy.
Here's what Orlando posted.
Oh, that's great. He got a Model 2 Sega CD, which I was laughing at him. He'll never find, and he found it. After long hours of bidding and waiting, I finally got it. Well, I will not like that because that sucks. I wanted one of those. That's awesome, though. I'm happy for him. I got my usual flip top one. He's got a Model 2. That's great. So, but besides all this, I'm trying to think what else. What game are we playing right now?
Right now I'm playing 2 games. By myself, solo style, I'm trying to play through Secret of Evermore again.
Game I want to play.
And my wife and I, we are playing through Secret of Mana, since it's 2-player.
Oh, yeah.
So we're having a good time. I'm teaching her a little bit of the ropes when it comes to old school SNES JRPGs. And she's picking up quick, I will have to admit.
That's a fun game.
She likes playing as the healer girl.
The chick, yeah.
Yeah, the chick. And she's getting good at learning. She's got to keep a little bit better eye on when to heal, but she's doing pretty good. I'm quite impressed.
Cool.
What are you doing right now?
I am a game I'm extremely hooked on. I've actually had it in my library for probably a good year now. You guys will see it on my recent pickup video. Uncharted Water New Horizons. It is a Koei game. Genghis Khan 2, Nobunaga's Ambition. All their NES games used to be wartime strategy games, but they made this awesome game. It's Uncharted Waters. I'm playing the 3rd installment for it. They have other ones too, I think for the PS2 and even for the PSP now, also online. I'm extremely hooked. It's a mix of Age of Exploration. You get jobs to find civilization relics, fight pirates. Level yourself up. It is.
Wait. Have you ever given a girl a pirate?
Yes, I have. But that's another story. But anyways, if anybody's got Uncharted Waters for the NES or Uncharted Waters numero uno for Super Nintendo, get a hold of me on AZALIN 1979-65 or on this channel as well.
Facebook.com/SWFL Gamers.
Also, who do we like now on YouTube?
Who are you into?
King Creasy. King Creasy, you are the most down-to-earth game reviewer, just decent human being in the entire world. GameSack, great guys too. I can't say enough. 8-Bit Eric, once again, people give you a lot of shit, but you answer everybody's comments. You're, once again, just a really down-to-earth human being. SnowCon 3, I feel like a dick if I didn't say it, but everyone likes them anyways. The Game Chasers. Who else do I like? I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other people, but Metal Jesus Rocks. I'm sorry, yeah, Metal Jesus Rocks. Awesome guy. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So
what about me?
And then Ernie M. He's all right.
Oh, what do I like?
Oh, he likes Rue.
I like
Clan
Rue.
of the Grey Wolf.
I have to mark out to Rue from Clan of the Grey Wolf. He's quite knowledgeable. I really enjoy his vids.
Yeah.
Also,
one of my favorite games.
The Game Chasers, I love them. Yeah, I like a lot of the mainstream guys. You know, the Angry Video Game Nerd. You can't not like him. You know, he's hilarious. Excited to see his video that's coming out wondering, what it's going to totally consist of, but I'll probably end up buying it just to check it out. Support him. He's a good guy, gone full professional in this industry. So you got to give him his due.
Smart dude, never answered any comments. I give him props. There's no drama in his place at all. So anyways, I guess that's about it. Thanks everyone for watching.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
We got more?
Wait, this is the end?
I think so. Is there something else?
I was gonna ask.
What?
What is your all-time favorite system, John?
I don't. That's impossible.
Top 2. Top systems, if you had to combine them all into one to make a number 1 system.
Sega CD and Nintendo. That's too hard. Who's your favorite Doctor Who fan? I don't know. It's too hard.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Again, my likes are not as diversified as John's here. My all-time favorite system, hands down, bars none, Super Nintendo. I absolutely despise the transition from 2D to 3D gaming for the most part. I mean, there's a couple of good exceptions, of 3D games nowadays where it's paid off, but things like everything from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time, for me, Mario to
That's
Super
his
Mario
opinion.
64.
Don't be mad at me. I like.
Yeah, no, he likes them. For me, no. That what they need to do, in my humble opinion, with all of this amazing computing power that they have nowadays, they need to just make some completely huge, massive 2D whatever game. I remember the big thing about Metroid back in the day when it was on NES. It was so amazing to get lost inside the world of Metroid and to explore. And I don't feel like 3D games. It's like I don't feel like you get lost like you used to.
They need to make some more dungeon crawlers too.
Yeah, and just think, like, with all the computing and graphics powers nowadays, I mean, they could just make the most amazing, graphics-rich, deep, long, not talking about penises, but frickin'...
No homo.
Yeah, no homo. Amazing 2D Metroid, 2D Zelda, 2D whatever. But that's enough about my 2D rant.
So, guys, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, JonTron and Peanut Butter Gamer, you guys rock too. So, alright guys, thanks for watching.
Ciao.
Late.